Today we are dealing with pregnancy and embryonic development. See, after implantation. See, last step we have studied about the implantation where the blastocyst is embedded into the endometrium wall. That process only is known as what? Implantation. Next, here after implantation, finger-like projections, we can say roots like projections are going to appear on the trophoblast called as chorionic villi. See, these are root-like projections which is going to appear. You can see here. These are the chorionic villi or placental villi which is going to develop after implantation, which are surrounded by the uterine tissues and maternal blood. See, here you can see the maternal blood as well as some of the tissues. Okay, see, these are becoming interdigited with the structural and functional unit. Interdigitate with each other and jointly form a structural and functional unit between developing embryo and maternal body called placenta. See, in simple words, I can say the organic connection between the maternal and fetal tissues is known as what? Placenta. Okay, the placenta facilitate the supply of. We can say these are the significance of placenta or functions of placenta. It is going to supply oxygen and nutrients to the embryo and also remove. See, first one, and removal of carbon dioxide and excretory waste materials. Next, an umbilical cord. Wait. Carbon dioxide and the excretory waste produced by the embryo. The placenta is connected to the embryo through an umbilical cord. See, one of the tissue or connection we can say umbilical cord with its vessels. See, it is embryo. It is embryo. In between there is a umbilical cord. Above that there is a placenta surrounded by a maternal tissue, blood, as well as the fetus. Okay, see here, the placenta also acts as an endocrine tissue and produces several hormones like HCG or human chorionic gonadotropin, or in a abbreviated form HCG, human placental lactogen HPL, estrogen, progesterone, etc. In the later phase of pregnancy, the hormone called relaxin is also secreted by the ovary. See, earlier only the HCG, HPL, estrogen, and progesterone are going to released by the placenta, but in later on stage of the pregnancy, the relaxin hormones also is going to secreted by the ovary, not by the placenta. See, here HCG, the pregnancy test we are doing with the help of this hormone only. With the urine test, whatever we are doing for the pregnancy test, at that time this hormone only responsible for indication of 2 lines in that pregnancy kit. Okay, see, HCG, HPL, and relaxin are produced in women only during the pregnancy. We can say these are the pregnancy hormone: HCG, HPL, and relaxin. Okay. In addition, during pregnancy, the levels of other hormones too. See, no doubt, other hormones are also going to increase several folds. See, like estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are increased several folds in the maternal blood. See, due to this only, sometime the pregnant woman getting the thyroid due to increase in thyroxine hormone. Okay, cortisol, like it is going to form that uh, some of the sugar levels also increases during pregnancy. Okay, and this is due to increased production of these hormones is essential for supporting the fetal growth, metabolical changes in the mother, and maintenance of the pregnancy. See, the several fold is increased due to maintenance of the pregnancy as well as proper growth of that fetus. Immediately after implantation, the inner cell mass embryo is differentiated into, see, immediate after differentiation, what is going to happen? Into an outer layer called ectoderm. See, inner cell mass are going to divide into ectoderm, it is outer layer, okay, and inner layer, that is nothing but the endoderm. After that, in between them, mesoderm is soon appears. In between the ectoderm and endoderm, these three layers give rise to all tissues, organs in adults. See, these are only responsible for development of all kind of tissues as well as the organs. It needs to be mentioned. It's need to be mentioned here that the inner cell mass contains certain cell called stem cells, which is having the potency to give rise to all the tissues and organs. See, stem cells are they having some kind of regeneration capacity ability. That's why they are going to build, or they are going to give rise to all tissues as well as organs. See, what are the major features of embryonic development at various months of pregnancy? See, the human beings have pregnancy lasts for 9 months. So what will be the changes? What are the changes we need to think of it? See, after 1 month, after 1 month of pregnancy, the embryo heart is formed. See, in first month the heart is going to form. The first sign of growing fetus may be noticed by listening to the heart sound carefully through the stethoscopes. With the help of stethoscope, we can listen the heartbeat of that baby. By the end of the second month of pregnancy, the fetus have developed limbs and digits. See, the fetus is going to develop the limbs as well as digits in the second month itself. By the end of 12 weeks or first trimester, most of the major organ system are developed. See, major organ systems have been developed during completion of third month, or we can say at the end of first trimester. For example, the limbs and external genital organs are well developed. The first movement of the fetus and appearance of hair on the head are usually observed during, see, first thing, first moment as well as of the fetus and appearance of hair on the head are usually observed during the 5th month. Okay, by the end of about 24th week, end of second trimester, the body is covered with a fine hair, eyelids have been separated, eyelashes are formed. By the end of 9 months of pregnancy, the fetus is fully developed and is ready for delivery. Okay, so see, after this, when the all parts, all the tissues, all the organs, all the systems have been developed in a fetus developing embryo, at that time the fetus is completely or fully developed and it is ready for the delivery too. So next here, parturition and lactation. Parturition is nothing but during giving birth or delivering a baby. So that process is known as what? Parturition. And lactation means the nurturing or providing nourishment to the developing baby. That process is known as what? Lactation. See, the average duration of human pregnancy is about 9 months, which is called the gestation period. See, gestation period or the pregnancy period. Here, vigorous contractions of the uterus at the end of pregnancy causes expulsion or delivery of that fetus. See, this process of delivery of the fetus, childbirth, is called as parturition. Parturition is induced by a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. The signals for parturition originates from the fully developed fetus and placenta, which induces mild uterine contractions called fetal ejection reflex. See, when the baby is fully developed, fully grown, at that time the signals from the baby's brain is going to send to the mother's brain, okay, along with the placenta too. So this kind of mild interaction, uterine contractions, is also called as what? Fetal ejection reflex. This triggers release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary. See, if this is happening from the fetus side, then only the oxytocin hormone is released from the maternal pituitary. See, oxytocin is one of the hormone which acts on the uterine muscles and causes stronger uterine contractions, which in turn stimulates further secretion of oxytocin. See, the stimulatory reflex between the uterine contraction and oxytocin secretion continues, resulting in stronger and stronger contractions. This leads to expulsion of the baby out of the uterus through the birth canal. That is nothing but the parturition. See, soon after the infant is delivered, the placenta is also expelled out of the uterus. What do you think the doctor inject to induce delivery? See, it is nothing but the oxytocin hormone which is giving hourly basis. If the labor pains has begun means at that time the doctors are going to provide, when you got admitted in the hospital, they are going to give you hourly oxytocin based in mLs quantity. Okay, so next, the mammary glands of the female undergo differentiation during pregnancy and start producing milk towards the end of pregnancy by the process called lactation. See, the release of milk is for the nourishing that particular baby, okay, and that process only is known as what? Lactation. This helps the mother in feeding the newborn. The milk produced during the initial few days of lactation is called colostrum. We can say the early milk which is released from the mother's breast, that is known as what? Colostrum, which contains several antibodies absolutely essential to develop resistance for the newborn babies. See, colostrum is essential for providing the immunity to that baby. Breastfeeding during the initial period of infant growth is recommended by the doctors for bringing up a healthy baby. See, sometimes some peoples may have some health issues, due to that they are not providing breastfeeding to that baby, but it is recommended or advised to have at least 6 month breastfeed to that baby, for development of a healthy baby. Hope so, viewers, you have been understanding my lectures, my explanations. If you have any doubts, just ask me in the comment section. I'll be there to solve your problems. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon at the after subscription. Okay, I'll meet you in the next video or next streaming or next short. Till that, Allah Hafiz, Dua mein yaad rakhna.